Dude's gonna deadlift 800 pounds. He can pick my dumb ass up any day. Carry me like a little baby up there. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, you know they ain't do that.
So you want the first
Oh,
topic?
if you don't walk down these goddamn steps.
You want the first topic, or you?
Yeah. Let's get into it. Let's start with the funny shit first, which I think this is all hilarious.
What did we just get finished doing? We just
no, this has been funny, but no, I think this entire situation with Jimmy Kimmel is absolutely hilarious, dude. Like, I don't think we didn't talk about this on Monday, did we? I don't think we did. Or
no, it happened after Monday.
Yeah, because it was happening during the week. So if you haven't seen, we all saw what happened with Charlie Kirk, unfortunately, almost a few weeks ago. God dang, dude. That still ingrained in my memory. That shot. That was fucked up, man. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, and we saw people show their ass pretty much on a certain side of the aisle, like celebrating, dancing, making all kind of heinous jokes, comparing the man to Hitler, which obviously they have no idea about Hitler because there's no way you can try to make that kind of comparison. Seeing all that,
how Hitler?
Get him out of here. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. But there's no way. There's absolutely no way you can make that comparison. And
oh my niggas, Nazis, nigga. How Hitler?
We've seen all kind of people, man, just saying stuff about Charlie Kirk and saying that he deserved it and calling him a racist and a misogynist, sexist, all the buzzwords that you usually hear when it comes to people that they just do not like. And Jimmy Kimmel made the unfortunate mistake of not telling a joke because, it wasn't funny in the first place. His mistake wasn't going after Trump for his reaction or saying anything about Charlie Kirk.
For the record, I did laugh at the joke.
It is because he straights up lies at the beginning of this whole monologue. If you haven't heard it, which I'm pretty sure everybody has, let's take a listen real quick. Let me make sure my shit is unmuted. All right, we're good.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between.
And that right there.
That is it. So the thing that's really annoying about this whole thing is when people try to defend this at all. And look, I'm not saying he should have been yeeted off a network or anything. I don't really care about any of that. But the thing is, he's that 13 seconds right there is not a joke. There's no punchline. He's not setting anything up. He's just literally saying a political statement. And then he moves on to the White House building a main hall thing. Like this 13 seconds is what everybody was pissed about. And then there's the people defending it. It's like, oh, he just made a dumb joke. And I'm like, no, you didn't listen to it apparently, because the first 13 seconds was a political statement. Everything after it had nothing to do with the first part of it. He was just making a political statement. And he also uses the word murdered instead of assassinated, like everybody's been doing to try to defend it. So like, it's very obvious what he was trying to do. So, I was pretty happy when I heard he got yeeted, but he's bringing in less viewers than my fucking channel does, like in like a week. So I'm not surprised.
I think the funnier part is it's the fact that he contradicts his own statement in these 13 seconds, saying, oh, they're trying to use it to score political points, when that's literally what you just got on stage and did.
Yep.
That's quite literally what you try to do. Because there's no way you can't. Like, you could call him unfunny, but you can't call him stupid. There's no way that he doesn't know the facts of the case and hasn't been watching it.
Yeah.
Anybody with a working brain could see, furry fucking transgender loving man that came from a Republican household shot Charlie Kirk. Quite literally, there's no way he's going to be a MAGA guy or a Republican and then shoot somebody that advocates for his side. That doesn't make any fucking sense. And then all the other evidence that's presented is contrary to everything that you just said here. So regardless if the next minute or so you're doing this, which I didn't even think the joke was that funny. I mean, hey, he has the right to say it because he's been doing it for 10 plus years. That's not the point. The point was he made a political statement, which was false to an audience that may know or may not know the facts about the case. And the crazier part is it's Donald Trump that got his show taken off air. No, it wasn't. And in fact, it was all of the other broadcasting, like little companies like the Nexstar and the Sinclairs and stuff like that, they're the ones that said we're not going to air this until you do something about it. And it was Disney and ABC decided, oh yeah, let's just, we're going to have to get rid of them. But Atreus, you didn't say anything. I'll let you.
No, I mean, I think this is so obviously this triggers the conversation about what is free speech and all of that. Woo. And I think that free speech is free speech. You know what I'm saying? Until you start doing one or two things, in my opinion, until you start inciting violence, right? Because obviously that has ramifications that harm people. And then also, I think, and I don't think that free speech does anything about this besides defamation lawsuits, but I think like when you're allowed to get on TV or on big platforms and just flat out lie, because there's two things that's going on. There's Jimmy Kimmel, and then you got the Hassan situation. Jimmy Kimmel is an example of when you allow free speech and motherfuckers to just get on here and say anything. This motherfucker got on, and this was days after the Charlie Kirk situation happened. So you have more than enough time to get all the context, and you got on there and said, we tried to categorize this dude as anything but one of us. The fuck are you talking about? Motherfuckers living, what part of us is living with a transgender girlfriend shoving dildos in our ass? What are you talking about? Like, he's in a Discord with other trans people talking about turning himself in. I'm sorry, what MAGA nigga that's not on the DL is in a Discord chat talking to other trans people? And if you know anything about the LGBTQ community, and unfortunately I do because I live in Atlanta, all right, some nasty motherfuckers. I'm talking about they on go. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to know names. They don't need to know nothing. All they need to know is you trying to fuck something. So a group full of trans individuals scares me because I know there's a lot of burning going on in that fucking chat. So there's no part of any MAGA person that should be a part of that. So I don't know where he got that from. Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, he was reading Twitter too much. So, yeah, that was my take on that one.
Yeah, it's weird because there's countless examples where this has happened in the past, and people like Jimmy Kimmel actually in 2018 said that Roseanne Barr, he was happy she got fired from the same network because her comments were disgusting, although he does believe in free speech. It's like rules for no one's falling for it anymore because the only people that they can trick is the people that already believe them anyway, right? Mm-hmm. See, you're not changing anybody's mind, and anybody that even kind of questions it doesn't believe it anymore. So like that's why they're probably constantly losing support and why these polls keep widening. I've looked at the poll yesterday for the approval rating for like the Democratic Party, and it was closing in on less than 20%, which is like almost the lowest it's been since they even polled, because they don't try to change anybody's mind from the right, and they don't try to invite anybody over. They don't try to let bygones be bygones or welcome conversation. They just act psycho 100% of the time. I mean, you can look at it all the way to, I've never experienced it like I have until I went into the professional environment. Like, dude, I get DMs constantly, like from just crazy ass motherfuckers want me dead for no reason other than the fact that they think I might be a conservative. That is it. Like, now they'll claim it's because they just think what I said on this situation is wrong. In this situation, I'm evil. And I'm like, none of these things you're even saying is stuff that I've actually ever said. You're just saying shit. That's what you're doing. Because they're not needing their minds changed. Right. So the people that are the violent the most, they're not looking to have their minds changed. They're just trying to react. That's why there was a shooting at the ABC building the other day from a violent leftist. Like, there's no one on the right trying to shoot people. People on the right are trying to have conversations. People on the left are just like, I will kill you. Because one word, and it's a tough conversation that no one's willing to have, autism. Every single motherfucker that DMs me wanting me dead, saying they're going to kill me or show up at a race or show up at my house, every one of them, I'll click on their profile and they'll say, here's my pronouns, also hyper autistic. Every single one is autistic. And I don't know what the fucking correlation is. It's weird.
You know, when he says it like that, he's not wrong.
Do you think they're actually autistic, or were they just told that bullshit when they was young?
They might be. Look, and like, let me preface this and clear it up a little bit. I know an ass ton of autistic people that are the greatest people ever. Mm-hmm. It's just I noticed that the people that are like with zero filter, not worried about the FBI getting this message when I send it right to them, like, like they don't think. They're just like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna kill you. I'm I'm like, what? Like, there was a dude in my replies yesterday on every post that had nothing. It didn't even have anything to do with my post I posted. He would just in all the replies, and every single, I couldn't even click it because it said it was removed for hateful content, like automatically. And they were just literally like, he's gonna kill me. Every post had like that guy in it. He's gonna kill me. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. And yeah, the same thing. Go to the post, says autistic. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is this correlation here?
You can see the difference. Like right now, cities aren't burning, people aren't rioting, stores aren't being looted. They're holding fucking vigils throughout the entire country and wanting to come together. You know, and Bria said something in the chat that I saw that is a very good point. Had this been 5 years ago, and Jimmy Kimmel would have got on the air and said what he just said right now, he wouldn't even have got a slap on the wrist for it.
Nope.
He wouldn't have got a slap on the wrist for it. And then that's just showing that these people don't know anything about accountability and the consequences of actions, because they've been in control for like a decade plus, almost 2 decades, if you want to be quite honest. It's been a long fucking time. They've had control of the media. They've had control of, you know, all these social networks. They've had control of the narrative for everything pretty much. And they're starting to realize that the only reason they had the control is because the majority was silent about everything. And now that majority, and once you shot Charlie Kirk, that majority is not silent anymore. And they already weren't, because they showed you during the Trump election. That's why he won the popular vote. That's why I don't like when people say, oh, you're being disrespectful to half the country. It's not half the country. It's most of the country, because they just showed you that. And they don't understand that they're the minority. So when you see something like this, which happened with Jimmy Kimmel, and they're more upset that a unfunny comedian got let go because he's not fired, right? He's not fired. They're trying to actively bring him back. And I guarantee you in the next like 2 weeks, he'll be back on the air with some stupid fucking apology or whatever. And then it's business as usual. Nobody's still going to watch the goddamn show, even though they made all this fuss. You're going to see all that happening. And nothing really is going to change by the individuals that are making this entire fuss. Like, they're not going to watch the Jimmy Kimmel show. They're not going to give props to ABC. They're not going to do any of that stuff. They're just going to continue to read and scream and think that they still have control of the narrative. And everybody else is going to be like, well, we don't care about you anymore, man. We don't care about what you're saying. We don't care about what you're doing. You literally mean nothing. We're trying to get back to some kind of form of normalcy. And, you know, if they're going around shooting fucking random ABC buildings, pulling up to vigils, trying to fight people, trying to go to Charlie Kirk's fucking funeral and start shit, how do you expect people to not, you know, how are you going to expect people to want to like coexist with you and move forward with you?
Think about it this way. Like, it is 2025. In 2015, there was people overwhelmingly saying like phrases like fake news and all of this is bullshit. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It is the vast majority of people are all thinking this way, because you can literally Google something. No one believes bullshit anymore. No one believes false allegations. No one believes stories. No one believes like, I heard this. I saw this thing. This person did this thing. Okay, let me Google it. 3 seconds later, oh, it's a lie. Like, everybody's has way too much fatigue. You can Google literally any of this shit. It's all a lie. I mean, right after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, there was people with getting 150,000 likes, all botted, by the way, because they had like 8 responses. For sure. But they would bot these posts where it's like, Charlie Kirk actually said empathy is not a real word and he thinks it's stupid. And I'm like, oh,
don't even get me started on the fucking Stephen King situation.
Oh my God. Like, post the full quote. Why don't they post the full quote? It's only one more sentence long. I wonder why they don't. Because
I'm glad that happened though. I'm so glad that happened though.
Yeah.
The Stephen King situation.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad that happened,
because it perfectly. It's a huge microcosm of what is actually going on over on that side of the fence, where motherfuckers they're too lazy to do any research. They're too lazy to even think outside of their own bubble. And the nigga, a grown ass man who's experienced decades and decades of success. He's wealthy, so like nigga, you can afford education, nigga. And you had the audacity to come on here and say some stupid ass shit like that, and had to apologize. At least he apologized though.
At least there's that. Like that's the thing though, is I saw post after post of Charlie said this, and this. And you can quite literally go and copy and paste each quote into Google. And what they're trying to say, he said the exact opposite. They just cut off half the context and then they fill in their own context for it. Like the empathy one was the biggest example, because it's like empathy is a dumb word. I think it's made for more of modern people. Sympathy is a better word, because empathy means you can feel what others are feeling, and I don't think you can actually feel what others are feeling, which is a totally normal, reasonable thing to say. But they cut that in half to intentionally make it look bad, because they knew what they were doing. They didn't see that, and they were like, "Oh, damn, that's pretty bad. Oops, somehow I didn't copy and paste the whole quote. That was a mistake of mine." No, they purposefully cut it off, pull it out of context, fill in their own context, and post it, and then bought it to 100K because they don't give a fuck. It's all disingenuous. It's all about winning. It's a big football game. It has nothing to do with truth or false. It has only anything to do with winning or losing. They are not worried about telling the truth. They are not worried about any of that. They only want to win by any means necessary, as you can see by people trying to kill each other over and over again. They just want to win. They don't give a fuck how they do it. They just want to win. And unfortunately, this knee-jerk reaction bullshit is going to lead them so far into a hole that I believe the Democratic Party will have to absolve, and they'll have to create a new party. Because you have people like that one dumbass. I don't even remember his name. I can't even remember his name. But he was giving out the freaking Jimmy Kimmel hats yesterday.
Oh yeah, I forgot his name. But yeah, he was. Yeah, I saw that.
His most famous clip is when he tries to like gotcha Ben Shapiro by telling Ben Shapiro things he already believed. Ben Shapiro's like, "Yes, I believe that. I'm a Jew." And then the guy's like, "So you do believe that?" And he's like, "Well, yes, I'm a Jew. So yes, I believe that." And he's like, "Thank you for proving that." And then everybody's like laughing in the audience, and he's like, "Oh, okay, well, okay." Like he's like literally brain dead. And he puts the Jimmy Kimmel hats on because he thinks it's going to speak to normal people to put the Jimmy Kimmel hat on of the guy that's worth $150 million and be like, "Oh, look, our wealthy super elite are getting hurt. We need to stand behind our super elite celebrities. They're getting hurt." Not realizing that your whole party is supposed to have the eat the rich idea going on. What are you doing? Oh, I forgot that shit. That's weird. Oh, it's completely opposite direction. You're almost accidentally self-reporting that you're actually for the elite only, and you don't realize you're doing it. So normal people are seeing this on the outside looking in. They're like getting on Facebook, and they don't even get involved in politics. They see Charlie get killed, and they're like, "Holy shit, this is crazy." They see Jimmy get removed. They're like, "Oh, that's interesting." And then they see a random ass senator being like, "Oh, I stand with Jimmy Kimmel," a few days after somebody was assassinated. And normal people are seeing that and be like, "Yeah, fuck that party. That's weird. I don't like that." So it's just moving further and further right, and they're doing it themselves, almost as if it's on purpose. It's kind of freaking me out a little.
Dude, I've said it multiple times. There's like, what they've done is they've made the regular people that just sit in the middle, or there might be a little left or a little right. You've put them in a category that they don't belong in, and now they are opposed to you because you keep pulling that line further and further and further away, to the point where now they're like, well, fuck you then. You think I'm a racist, or you think I'm a sexist just because I think a man is a man and a woman is a woman and all this other stuff? Well, fuck you then. And now you're seeing that, like,
so much so that you made J.K. Rowling
look
like a conservative. How the fuck do you make J.K. Rowling look like a? Yeah, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
No, the way they do it is, okay, you have nothing but progressive values, right, Atreus? Nothing but progressive values, across the board. And you're like there, and so everybody's like, "Yeah, you're an ally, you're a champion." You know, you believe all of it, but you believe that men should not play in contact sports with women. Guess what? You're now an evil conservative, and you need to be shot. That's how this works. That's why everybody's like, J.K. Rowling's a Nazi.
And before anybody says that he's exaggerating, there were literal lists of who should be next after Charlie Kirk's assassination. Guess whose name was on that list? J.K. Rowling, where the only thing she disagrees with her political party on is that men in wig and lipsticks don't belong in the women's restroom, and they want her dead for that.
Yeah, 100%. And that's how that works. It works like that across the board. And you see, this is starting to affect normal people. So the line is getting pushed further and further right. Dude, I have friends. I have one specific friend. We used to go back and forth because he was a Bernie Sanders supporter back in like 2015. Mm-hmm. And I was, I don't remember who. I think I was John Kasich, but I wasn't really following it as close as he was. I just like to be anti-Bernie because it was fun at the time. And we would go back and forth. We had a lot of fun with it. He's one of my good friends. He told me like a week ago, we went and got some beer because I hadn't seen him in forever. He told me he doesn't even like to tell people he's a Democrat. He's like, he just tells people he's an independent now because he's like, it feels gross to call myself a Democrat. It feels like gross. And this dude has been a super liberal my entire life. And he's like, it feels gross to call myself a Democrat. Like, I'm scared to say it. And if you're at that point, and he's a normal dude, if he's at that point, holy shit, bro.
I've had the same thing happen to me. You don't know how many people that I know from like just my real regular life that see the stuff that I post and they message me. They're like, yeah, man, you're telling the truth. Or, man, I wish I could speak up. And I'm like, why don't you? Like, man, because they're going to call me a coon or they're going to call me a racist and all this other stuff. It's like, well, you gotta do something at some point, bro.
Chat, you know what I'm going to say as soon as them coon comments come out? Oh, hey, listen. I had a motherfucker get so mad at me. The motherfucker hit me on Twitter with the dancing raccoon meme. Like, oh, you tap dancing for the white man. I was like, all right, well, I mean, can your ass eating bananas for the fucking monkeys in the they got so a black man calling another black man monkey. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, so you call me a coon, but I can't call you a monkey? Like, come on,
I seen that.
That's
dude.
Wild.
But the whole thing, this whole situation, and this is what I don't think they understand. The reason why people are pushing back so hard is because everything that you're doing right now is what just got a man killed. Like, you're pushing narratives that you don't even know are true or not, just because you dislike somebody, to the point where you keep saying it over and over and over again. You start to believe that it's true. And you have people out here that aren't mentally capable enough for some of this shit that are going to see it and they're going to go, oh, well, then I must harm this person. And then you get to the point where you see this man just got shot for talking to college kids about moral values. Are you fucking kidding me? And y'all did not cheer, or y'all didn't get on the internet and say anything positive about this man. Y'all actually cheered about it. But Jimmy Kimmel can get online and fucking say a bold-faced lie and an unfunny joke, get shit canned by ABC, and now y'all are out here, oh, we're for Jimmy Kimmel, I'm Jimmy Kimmel, and all this other stuff. It just shows exactly what kind of people y'all are, bro. Y'all fucking demons.
They literally crave violence. A good example of this is I'm like a nobody, and I get death threats, at least once to twice a week, depending on how the week's going with like weird media stuff. It'll ramp up a little bit, and it's always because I'm a bigot, right? That's the main thing. Yeah, and if you Destiny was posting his DMs all on Twitter yesterday and the day before, just countless DMs, and they're all obviously probably going to be from conservatives, right? Because that's the whole point. They're all just calling him a bitch. No one DMs me calling me a bitch. They all just say, I have your address, here's your address, and they'll send me my address and say they're going to pay me a visit. I'm like, fuck, I got to forward this one to the FBI too, and this one to the FBI too. Like, it's so ridiculous. It's the first thing these people do are like, I'm going to kill you. It's like, oh, okay, cool. You're going to kill me. Why? And I would love to sit down with somebody in a room and be like, hey, you feel like this way about me. You sent me this DM. Why do you think that? And talk to them. And I guarantee you in 10 minutes, they would not feel the same anymore. They'd be like, oh, I guess what? No, you're cool, actually. But what they see is they see on a forum, they see a sentence on a forum, and they're like, I want to fit in with this forum. I want to be affirmed by this forum. Fuck that guy. I want him dead too. So they'll go a little bit further. They'll DM me. Oh, I want you dead. I'm going to kill you. Because they want to be affirmed. They want to be affirmed by all these people that they're trying to fit into, because life's fucking super lonely right now, especially for teenagers. COVID made it turn it into overdrive, and you have all these people trying to just desperately fit in on like forums and forums and forums. So they're like trying to be affirmed any way, in shape or form they can. I would wager that conservatives they get out more. They go out more. They go out to restaurants more. They go out to sporting events more. I would wager that that's the case in rural America, especially. So like, I just think people are fucking lonely, and they will do whatever it takes to fit in. There's a book about this that came out a long time ago.
There's also the combination of the fact that people are no longer religious anymore. So they've replaced that with this fucking ideology. Yeah. It's like people used to act this way about religion. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And at least they could justify it, like acting acting as a warrior for God or whatever the case may be. Like, I mean, yeah, some great things have been done in the name of religion, but some terrible things have been done in the name of religion as well. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, just like with black people have replaced religion with worship with melanin femia. He doesn't know about melanin femia, but melanin femia is basically niggas is worshiping their skin color. They wake up in the morning, they snort the melanin off their skin, and that's what they believe in every day. They pray to their melanin, and to the point where they just do shit that don't make no goddamn sense. And so I mean, it's the same way here. But I mean, I think what it has a lot to do with this conversation when it comes to free speech is you got to talk about your boy Hassan Piker, who's about to be on the fucking hot seat. And I'm trying to find the post because you got a lot of these.
Dude, I called it like a week ago. As soon as Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I think it was the day he got assassinated, and people were pointing at Hassan. Maybe unjustly and maybe justly, it depends. But I tweeted out, I was like, Hassan's going to come out and be like, I was just joking, bro. I was totally just joking. Bro, it was a joke, bro. You're so crazy. It was just a joke, bro. I put like all those like exaggerated like quotes. That shit blew the fuck up. And then a day later, Hassan was on stream. It was a joke, bro. I was joking. And they were like, Camelot called it.
So, according to Culture Crave, who has me blocked, by the way, still, the CEOs of Discord, Reddit, Twitch, and Steam, and Steam have been invited to testify before Congress about the radicalization of online forum users. This, now, we already know why Twitch is being put up there. Like, if you don't know why Twitch is up there, I was a little bit confused by Steam. Like, why is Steam up there?
Stay catching strays, man. I saw that too. I was like, why is Steam catching strays out here?
Like, Reddit is a cesspool. I always thought that Reddit, like, when I was naive before I started making YouTube content, I always thought that Reddit would be more of like a, you know what I'm saying, not conservative, but like that would be like a Gamergate cesspool. Nah, Reddit focus shit.
I thought
Reddit is the worst.
I thought Reddit for years was kind of like an individualistic thought thing.
Yeah.
Not until I went to the most conservative Reddit I know exist, and they're still like fucking insane on there. Like crazy psycho left on the most conservative Reddits possible. I truly believe that Reddit and maybe even Discord should be yeeted off the planet. Because people like creating, like, if you can create a community unmodded by first party people that's like ISIS community and have people joining it, or Antifa and have no, fuck that. You need to eat those things off the planet, because they're only going to create more and more people. Because maybe you have 1,000 members, maybe 990 of them are actual like normal people that are just being crazy as fuck and like want to have a community. You have 10 of them in there that want to impress everybody else, that are mentally unstable and will do something about it. And that's the people you need, that don't need to have a voice and don't need to have access to this shit. So fucking just burn it all.
That creates such a slippery slope, though. Because we got. So what I said on my previous video that I just dropped not too long ago, actually, is that I believe, because you know how we talk about like we're not responsible for what our audience does, but I believe that, like, especially when you talk about somebody like Hassan Piker, and when we get into these comments that he's about to make is crazy, I think that if somebody goes out there and commits a crime like murder or any type of violent crime, and they go through that person's history, their search history or their watch history, and they find a content creator that spoke about committing violence, I think that you should be held accountable. Now, does that mean you should serve jail time? I don't know, but what should happen is you should be deplatformed. So, for example, if me and Kata start beefing one year, New Black Street is no more. Me and him start beefing, and I tell my audience, man, you know what, Kata's a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Somebody should do something about him. And then I don't care if it's next year, this nigga get jumped, and then the people who jumped him, they find out all three of them was watching Atreus, and then they go through my history of videos and they see me calling for violence against Kata. I believe I should be deplatformed right then and there.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, there's enough of this just joking thing. If you're saying stuff like all these people need to die and the like streets need to like shine with their blood, and you're being serious, come on. I think times, I don't care if you're best friends with the CEO, that's fine. I know he gets you some ass cheeks from your following. I get it, but you probably should separate that. I mean,
he's 100% not joking, by the way, and everybody knows it. And that's the crazy part.
Does this sound like joking, chat?
I'm sick and tired of it. Left wingers, liberals, you need to be fucking showing your opponent's guts on there. Okay, you need to be gutting them. You need to be shanking these motherfuckers and letting their intestines just ride on stage What the fuck is this shit, man? Slice him up. Slice him and fucking dice him. What the fuck is this?
874 Bellevue Drive, and I'm gonna kill you with my AR-15. Like that's the type of messages they were leaving in this dude's office, and he's resigning. Like he's literally, this is his last term. So I think that people are a lot more radical.
It's hurt poor people that they can afford housing in Berkeley. I don't know how that works.
My understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
That was a hilarious joke with such a
I'm
fun
so
punch.
joking. I'm so joking right now, bro. Can't you see? I'm joking.
You don't understand my humor, bro. My humor is
dark humor, bro.
I want people to die. It's so funny. You just don't get it.
Is it shocking that Alyssa Mercante was her back blown out by this dude so bad?
It's not shocking at all. It's not shocking at all. It's
by the way, we've reached tier 1. So
have we? Oh shit.
Yeah, we've reached. Well, I ain't gonna lie, we kind of reached it a while ago, but we was yapping. So we're gonna, it's a lot of negative talk. We can go ahead and take this shot. You got your alcohol, or
I gotta get it. Hold on.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and take this shot. But this dude, it's insane to me that this guy is allowed to just sit
My
here.
legs are so sore, bro.
In America and be anti-capitalist and call for violence against capitalists, and this is just allowed. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's interesting to me how people like Hassan have not even been reached out to by some kind of government organization. You kind of have to move fast on these things, I feel like, and no one's really doing anything. It's weird because you could post on Facebook something kind of fucked up and you would be arrested in like a day. Like an individual, a normal person with no following could say something kind of inciting violence and they would be arrested tomorrow. How can somebody that has 80,000 or 60,000 people watching say this shit every other day? And where's the FBI? Where's anybody at? What's going on? Because there's going to be people that are viewing him that want to impress him and be affirmed. Even if he may be, let's say he's saying all of this in jest. It does not matter because there's 5 or 10 people watching him. The laws of averages proves that will want to be affirmed by him and want to do something fucking violent as fuck because they think that makes they're like, well, I'm gonna impress him and that's what he wants and he's my god. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing something that's morally just. I'm basically a superhero. Because all their beliefs are based in morality. And when your beliefs are based in morality, death is a reasonable means to an end. That's why religion.
What's funny? In their effort to paint us as the incels that are being radicalized. If you watch Batman, the Batman, you know what I'm saying? Emo Batman. What was the Riddler about?
Yeah, for real, dude.
About a fucking incel that was radicalized. And all he wanted at the end was to be affirmed by Batman. And when Batman called him a fucking weirdo piece of shit, he lashed out. They bent that shit at us, didn't realize they was talking about themselves. That's fucking crazy.
Let's take this shot, man, because we hit tier 1. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Let's hit tier 2. Let's do it. I want to take some more shots.
You drinking some damn Patron?
Mm-hmm.
I got some tequila too.
Son of a bitch.
I'm not I can't drink brown from my days in the army. I can't even smell. If I smell like any kind of brown, I will immediately get sick. I can't do it.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, yo, I hope y'all
I'm talking about bourbon. I'm not talking about Indians, okay? So relax.
That wasn't even what I was talking about. That's even funnier. Oh man. So yeah,
speaking of
do you actually think they're gonna do something about Hassan or what?
They have no choice, to be honest. They have to do something. Like I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about Destiny. He's been demonetized on YouTube, right? Because he does nothing but spread actual violent rhetoric, and so does Hassan. And he's on Twitch, and you can get banned on Twitch.
Nah, he been banned off of Twitch for quite some time.
No, I'm not talking about Destiny. I'm talking about Hassan.
Oh, okay.
Like you could be, because I've experienced it. I got permabanned off of Twitch because of a username that I used on a video game. I think I called myself like Black Nuts or some shit. Like, you know, trying to be funny. And I got banned for that. I saw a friend get banned off of Twitch for saying retarded on stream. Like permabanned. Like, so if you can get banned for that kind of stuff, but Hassan can go out here and literally incite violence on people and want people to die, then, you know, that's not right. They have to do something. And I think people just have to keep the pressure on, you know, and you can't go to the head of Twitch. We've said this multiple times. He is in bed with Hassan, probably literally. You know what I mean? Like, you can't go to him. You have to go to Amazon because Amazon owns Twitch. Those are the ones you have to hurt, because it's like, yeah, unless you don't, if you don't do that, they're just not going to listen to you.
All right, I think we should, before we even talk about Destiny, I think we should go to these super chats and then let's get into some positive gaming shit before we start. Goddamn, because it's been negative. It's been negative for a minute. So let's get to these.
I actually kind of found something that could be deemed funny related to this whole thing, like especially the Charlie Kirk situation, because you know people have been getting fired, right, for all the stuff that they've been saying about Charlie Kirk and all that other things. So there's been people on Twitter that have started this trend where they'll go, I don't care if I get fired, Charlie Kirk had it coming, and then they'll say the name of somebody else.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, some of them are actually pretty funny. I saw one, it was like, I don't care if I get fired, Charlie Kirk had it coming. My name is Gal Gadot, and I'm an actress in Hollywood.
Oh, I seen that shit. Somebody tried to do that shit to Mariah.
I saw that.
Yeah,
bro, I'm fucking dead.
Hold on, where's the one I found? This one is actually wild. It said, I don't care if I get fired, Charlie Kirk had it coming. My name is Noah Schnapp, and I play Will Byers on the Netflix show Stranger Things.
I hate his character. I'm not gonna lie.
His characters. And look, it just keeps going. Like, look, my name is DDG, and I am signed to Epic Records, you know. And then it's like, I'm the GM for the Saints. And it just keeps going. Oh, no, this one was crazy. My name is David Zasloff, and I am the CEO and president of Warner Brothers Discovery. It's like, because you see things like that, it's like, okay, that's funny. Now that's funny. That's how you take a
good meme. Yeah,
a joke.
It's good.
And you know, you take a tragedy and you make a joke out of it.
I like how that's a universal joke, though. Anybody on either side could use that shit.
Yeah,
literally.
Like, what? It don't matter.
I just want to say, my name is Chris Brown, and I am signed to RCA Records. That's crazy.
That nigga beat up Rihanna and still working. He ain't getting canceled. You can't cancel that nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, if you believe the rumors, hey, I'm sorry, she had it coming.
Oh yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I heard, and like, come on, it's like we've heard Riri. She's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, as a man, you don't really spaz out like that unless you are on your last fucking leg. So for him to beat the shit out of her the way that he did, she had to just keep doing it.
I heard she put her. It's a lot of shit that go on. We can't get into that. Rock Nation to snipe the fuck out of this goddamn thing. We can't get I don't want no problems, Jay-Z. I don't want no problem.
Trey is finding them nets like they're Nure. Hey, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Bro,
hey,
every time I
man.
feel like I gotten rid of them, chat, they come back and like triple the fucking force. It's insane. But let's get to these loot box.
What? Let's get to these super chats, man. Let's get to the supers. Buttery guy with a 2 saying loot box in real life. What the fuck? Yeah, that is literally what a labubu is. That's literally what that shit is.
UF Omega says the far one on the right could be Kata's sister.
Listen.
Demon Carol
you want to know what's funny? Like, my sisters are like polar opposites in skin color. Like, one is like dark, and then my other sister is like light skin. So that's kind of funny.
Demon Carol with a 5 says makes that all-female SWAT team from Chile look like competent. I'm assuming they mean Chile. The country.
Chile. Yeah, it's called Chile.
All right. Shout out to Dio Brando. That's a new name. My nails just did. I ain't saving your ass.
No, you gotta put on the black set. Girl, I just got my nail did. I ain't saving your ass. It's like
James OP says the firehouse smoke detectors are all beeping.
That's insane. That's insane. You need to be stopped. You need to be stopped. And look,
Dio
and then we got
Brando
Dio
says-
Brandon with it too. They can't even change the smoke detector battery. Y'all gotta be stopped.
Kyle B says, "Did you show Camelot your new intro?"
No,
Time him
Yeah,
out.
get
Time
him
him
out.
out. Time him out. Time him out.
for 5,000 hours. Time them out.
Buttery God. That is a crazy name. Like the Buttery God. Post George Floyd Beardo. Katie, you know what he's talking about?
I have no idea what this is in reference to. No idea. None at all. He came in with another two saying, "You with me or against me?" Yeah, that's how they are. That's quite literally how they are. Oh my God, it's Girthy Banana with a 199 saying you can snort a banana though. What is wrong with you, bro? And then he came in with another 199 saying, "Confirm Chim Chim like snow bunnies." Listen, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If it ain't snowing, we ain't going. And if it's dark, we gonna bark.
Nah. It's if it ain't snowing, we ain't going. If she ain't Asian, we ain't paying. If she can't salsa, we can't toss her. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But it's crazy.
Oh, but if she eat curry, my vision's blurry. I can't. Anyway.
Nah, don't skip over this. Toxin with a 2 saying the Trey's new name is Nat Turner. I don't know if you've been seeing Camelot the whole show.
Yeah, he can see.
Nets.
He can see.
I didn't want to be like offensive. I didn't know if he was like squirting roaches. So I was like, I don't know, man. I don't that feels like fucked. If I'm like, dude, you hitting roaches right now? Like that hurt my feelings. If I was hitting roaches and you're like, you hitting roaches, motherfucker, I'd be like, no, I'm just cleaning. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about it. No.
Nah, if it was roaches, I wouldn't even be on stream. I don't know how fucking Asmongold did that shit.
I burned my house down. I'd be like, I'm out.
Yeah, nah, I don't do roaches, but I normally don't do gnats. My traps aren't working this season. I don't know what's going on.
I have a guy that comes by and just like does everything, and I never have any bugs. I do have some spiders in the garage though that are the size of a fucking house.
Spiders, I don't like. As long as it's a chill spider, I ain't tripping because I know he keeps other bugs out.
I'm totally cool with it.
But if that motherfucker big and got a combination of any colors, he got to fucking go. Any colors, nigga, you got to go. But Hypno's dog says, what are the stands on Spanish Mercante these days? Also, congrats to Treyas on climbing the corporate banana tree. Throws banana. Don't go porking Chim Chim now. Thank you, Hypno's dog, for the 5. Also, thank you. Yes, we are remonetized. After Alyssa Mercante got us demonetized, we are remonetized. And my stance on Spanish Mercante is I'm gonna leave that for Twitter. We're gonna save that. We're gonna keep that drama off of New Black Street. All right, so cool. So now that we've gotten those, thank you for the super chat. Oh, my bad. You know what? I forgot, chat. My bad. Donations. Gifts. Yeah, my bad. Okay, so we gotta go. We got some good gaming news to talk about. Kimmel, you ever played Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah, it's been a long time, but I did, at one point.
So I didn't get into it until like recently, actually. And that was one of them games that I was growing up where it was like, like I just had to watch like people on TV play it, like must be nice. You know what I'm saying? Because like
I had shit.
Like you know what I'm saying, while I had games, I had to pick and choose what games we was getting because I had one of them parents that when you ask them for a game, they be like, "You got video game money?" Obviously, they know the answer to that. So,
God, I used to hate that question. You got McDonald's money? Why you acting like McDonald's is some high quality shit?
So we recently got some gameplay reveal for Ninja Gaiden 4. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, chat. This shit look crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and just play it. I'm just playing.
Dodge this!
That boy throwing out period blood clots. That's crazy.
End of the line.
Now that's the new character, right? Yeah, that's not Ryu. Ooh, that was okay. That was kind of clean. That was kind of clean. Kind of clean.
That's enough. I don't need to see no more.
That's kind of clean.
I don't need to see no more. That's it. That's all I needed.
Look, I already got the game gifted to me, so I
Same.
will I will definitely be playing it.
My name is Atreus, and you're watching New Black Street, the #1 most entertaining show in the pop culture space. Now, I know we don't have the numbers to prove that just yet, but you're going to help us get there. I know, because you enjoyed the video enough to finish it all the way through, right? So you're going to want to make sure you're subscribed, because we do a show every Monday night at 10 and a show every Friday night at 6 p.m. We cover video games, movies, all of the drama surrounding pop culture, and you're going to want to make sure you're there, because nobody interacts with their chat as much as we do. All right, you're literally a part of the show over here, and I want to make sure you're there. So I'll see you